What's up? Tony Teague, a big Bernie Sanders supporter, is back with another song that is inspired by the campaign called No Middle Ground. I reacted to his video from a couple months ago, Our Revolution, which was great, and I was really happy to see that, and during the California rally, that he got to perform it. So that was amazing news. So yeah, he's back with a new one. And right now, you know, people are a little worried with Bernie because of the poll that came out from Iowa on Saturday that showed him dropping 9 points and being a close second with Warren and Buttigieg right behind him. It is concerning to me too because it's upsetting, because I think that from the very beginning, from February when he declared that it should have been all hands on deck. You know, it's a no-brainer if we want the things that he's pushing. If we want Medicare for all, if we want a $15 minimum wage, if we want to stop the wars, if we want free college, if we want all of these great things, there's only one answer. So it's a no-brainer so it doesn't make any sense to me why people are hemming and hawing. You have people like AOC who's, I'm not going to endorse, I'm not sure, I'm looking at both candidates. It just makes no sense to me. If you care about these things, the only one you can trust is Bernie. He's been around doing these things for 40 years, saying the same thing. You know, Elizabeth Warren was a Republican in the 80s, may have even voted for Ronald Reagan. I don't think she's admitted one way or the other. And there's a lot of differences between Warren and Bernie. I just read a good Facebook post that I'll put it down in the description that has 15 differences between Bernie and Elizabeth Warren. A lot of the big ones are that, you know, she has voted for Trump's defense budget in the war a few times, and Bernie has always voted against it. So she's much more of a hawk. And then also that she has charter school people that are involved with her, that she's going to take money in the general election from corporations, which Bernie would never do. And there's many other differences. It also concerns me that the media, who is, you know, dead set against Bernie, is also all behind Warren now. And also a lot of people like the Center for American Progress, you know, a lot of those people with very shady intentions are coalescing behind Elizabeth Warren. So that is very concerning to me, and please recognize that there's a huge difference, and that Bernie is really the only way these things are going to get done. Like, it's time to just sort of put up or shut up. You know, if climate change and all these things matter to you, there really is only one option in my mind, and that's Bernie. So you know, please do what's right. And anyways, let's get to this song. Yes, it's called No Middle Ground. I have not yet listened to it, so yep, here we go.
When the future of the planet is at stake, there is no middle ground.
Yes, no middle ground, you know, is the you know, the de facto rallying call of the Bernie campaign now, after Joe Biden came out saying that he'd have a middle ground tactic for combating climate change, which, you know, a middle ground is not going to work when it comes to the end of the planet and the destruction of the environment. You know, that's just a ridiculous thing to say. So the middle ground doesn't work for any of the policies. So the one good thing about that Iowa poll was that Biden is coming down. And hopefully, as people see that, you know, Bernie's been on the right side of everything you can think of in history, Biden's been on the wrong side. So if it's not Bernie in the end, at least if it's not Biden, that, you know, is better than nothing. But is it better than nothing if we don't deal with climate change and people dying from, you know, not having health care and everything? So yep, let's keep going.
When it comes to healthcare, there is no middle ground. When it comes to criminal justice reform and immigration reform, no middle ground.
I'm glad to see these guys scratching in here again. I love that. fight the power, you know, an allusion to Public Enemy, you know, one of the biggest protest songs of all time in hip-hop.
Yo, 10 toes down when they see us as a joke. No middle ground, tell them we want all the smoke.
Yeah, no middle ground, tell them we want all the smoke. You know, if you don't know, we want all the smoke is like, yeah, we want the problems. You know, we want to fight the establishment. Come, bring it. You know, we're ready.
The establishment jokes, propaganda, and the lobby. The right don't have the right to control a woman's body. Choose to ignore gun safety regulations. There's no middle ground. You gon' have this conversation.
Yeah, when it comes to abortion rights, you know, Bernie, before even Roe versus Wade, he was pro-choice. And, you know, the Hyde Amendment, he's always voted against the Hyde Amendment, and Biden didn't, and even Warren didn't. But that was part of a bigger package. But, yeah, he's been for women's choice for 40 years.
Climate change is real, don't act like you don't understand it. There's no middle ground when it's time to save the planet.
There's no middle ground when it's time to save the planet. God damn it.
You're no longer getting bullied by a crooked cop. The middle ground in Central Park 5 never stop.
Yeah, the Central Park 5, you know, criminal justice reform, it's disgusting what happened with the Central Park 5. You know, there's that new When They See Us documentary from Netflix. And, you know, everyone knows, well, hopefully, that Donald Trump put out that ad in the New York Times, I think it was, back when it first happened, the Central Park case, asking for the death penalty for these innocent kids, you know, who, well, it turned out were innocent. So it's just, you know, Donald Trump is a racist, vile human being.
Today is the same old mess, the same old stress. We witnessing the same old test. No regrets for standing in this self-care debate. It's Medicare for all, give the working man a break. Say what you say, but when it all goes down, when it's fighting for the people, nah, there ain't no middle ground.
When you're fighting for other people, there ain't no middle ground. Exactly, the Medicare for all will give people a break. Yeah, like I say, the only person that is truly for Medicare for all is Bernie. You know, everybody else is hedged, and Kamala Harris first said, oh, she's for no private insurance industry, and then she walked that back. Elizabeth Warren, she's also walked it back and said, oh, there's many ways to get there, and oh, I'm not sure. You know, this hemming and hawing, this middle ground is just, that defines the middle ground, hemming and hawing, right? Oh, maybe that's too far on this side, that's too far on this side, so I'll do you in the middle where we'll get nothing done. So you got to fight. You got to be really ready to fight the establishment. You got to fight, as Bernie says, the military-industrial complex, the pharmaceutical companies, the private insurance, the media, just everybody. We're willing to take all the smoke. Ought to be commonsensical. Yes, there's Cornel West clip. You know, love Cornel West. He's been a big backer of Bernie, and like he says, a lot of this stuff is common sense. Like, it's very upsetting to me that someone who has fought for the people for 40 years, done the right thing, and was sort of just all alone for many of those years and had no allies, finally gets into the light, and people see that he's been a truth teller for all this time. And for us to have the chance to have Bernie in, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. People like this don't come along that you can trust, and you have a track record like this. It's not going to happen again. So this is the time. You know, you got one chance, and with the climate, this is just such an important moment. So if people throw this away, it'll be devastating. It'll be devastating. So please do your research and see who's on the right side of all the issues.
We got 1% population, only 42% of the wealth. We got 40% of children of color living in poverty. We got levels of massive unemployment and underemployment. We got decrepit educational systems generating cold murder every day in the lives of
political revolution. You know, as Cornel West said too about Elizabeth Warren, she's a progressive Monday to Friday, but Bernie's progressive 24/7. Yes, and the thing, you know, I'm not disparaging Elizabeth Warren. I think that she's a fine person and be good in the Senate and probably good in the cabinet, but she just doesn't have the fight to get these things done because she doesn't want all the smoke. You know, if someone comes at her, she doesn't have the fortitude to stand up. Like she didn't have the fortitude to stand up against Clinton last time and endorse Bernie, which may have got him to win Massachusetts and possibly even win the entire primary. You know, she also said that it was rigged last time, the primary, which it was. You know, Hillary owned the DNC. There's proof of that, and yet then she walked that back too. So she's just you know, she's good for policy and those type of things, but she's not a fighter to get things done. And so if you want things done, in my mind, and with the evidence, Bernie is the choice. Nice, the beat just rode off at the end. So yeah, great song. You know, it just had one short verse at the beginning, but then the Cornel West quote was great. You know, Cornel West is a great ally, but like I say too, we need more allies. It's you know, people keep saying it's far away, 7 months, and it is. It's a long time, but we need all hands on deck. Like I say, this is the time. It's now or never, right? So I wish that all these people that are going back and forth, like the Justice Democrats and AOC, they would not be where they are. They're all from the Bernie camp. You know, people that are AOC's staff, they quit their jobs and worked for Bernie back in 2016, and now they're uncertain. It doesn't make sense to me. And you have people that are in the Democratic Socialists of America, like Rashida Tlaib and Lee Carter from Virginia, and they're not endorsing Bernie either, even though DSA has endorsed Bernie. So it's like, come on, show some courage. Have some courage. You know, Bernie's had courage his entire life. Stand up for the man. This is his last chance. He's not going to be able to run again. So please, please do the research with the things that matter to you. Look into it, and I'll guarantee you that Bernie is the one that will fight for you. If you want things to stay the same, then vote for someone else. If you want someone to change and you have empathy for the people that are dying from not having health care and people in the justice system, and if you care about the common man, Bernie's out there. He's he's working at Walmart with the Walmart workers and the McDonald's workers, and he's trying to stop the genocide in Yemen. He's got all this stuff on his back, so we got to help him out. You know, like I say, this is now or never. We get one chance. This is a pivotal election. So please do the right thing, and thank you so much for Tony Tig for making this song. Hopefully he'll put out a video for it, and I'd love to watch the video, and maybe I'll react to that too. So yep, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Always appreciate it. Thanks again. Bernie 2020.